Hi gamers, just wanted to give a review of a truck bed cover. It's the Ultra Flex by Undercover. Had it for a couple years now, so I figure I'm in a good position to give it a review. The online videos and things I reviewed prior to buying it didn't cover a few things that I want to point out. This is an 8-foot bed cover. Most of them on there are not 8 foot, so they don't go into these things I'm going to point out. First of all though, I like the cover. It's the matte finish. They do make it in a gloss, but I wanted it to match the trim on the bed rails and the tailgate cover, edge. So the matte kind of looked a little bit better in my opinion. It doesn't really scratch. I heard people say it may scratch a lot easier, but I haven't had an issue. It's not a work truck. If you have a work truck, it may scratch up, but I haven't had no issues for me. So I want to show you a couple things that I was not expecting on it. I questioned it when I first got it, but it hasn't seemed to be a problem. First of all, as with other covers, it has these pull downs that you pull to undo it. So you pull it. Now what I was not expecting is this panel here. It does not have a latch. So there's, it doesn't have the pull and the latches to hold this in place. So, is it a security spot where somebody could pry into it a little bit easier? Yeah, maybe. Haven't had the issue, but I was not expecting that. I was expecting these latches on every panel, but it wasn't. You just continue to fold it up, and then right here it's got a latch. Pull that. Keep folding it up. Then it's got these straps up here that just clip into the little holders here and secure it in place. So it's pretty simple there. Now the other thing that I wasn't expecting, I'll climb up in here. Brian's on the camera. Is the rail, the track that the thing slides in. Right here, it's in 2 pieces. I was expecting it to be all one piece for the water to run out. But right here, it's like a little plastic connector that you got to put in there, and it just kind of snaps in place, and you slide this in, and then it's got that little piece there. Again, I thought that might be a point where water would leak, but it hasn't leaked yet, which is, I've been pretty ticked if it would have been. These things are pretty expensive. Relatively speaking. And if you look here, Ryan, right there is that little plastic piece I'm talking about. It's like a little connector. When I first put it in there, it's like a real thin, kind of cheap piece of plastic, but it seems to be holding up fine after 2 years, so no complaints. Now, I have had it in driving rains, camping gear in here, towing the boat. Water does not get in here, so it creates a good seal. I want to show you one other thing about it. Is from this point, if you need the total bed access, you pull this latch, get it up, and there's these little rods that pop out, and then go right into here, and you can hold it up like that as you're going down the road. I've never had to use it like that with the 8-foot bed. Haven't really had to do that. But so as you bring it back down, you just hear it kind of snap in place. You can go ahead and back up, Ryan. And then you just keep coming down. You can hear it snap. Again, this one doesn't have it. That's a little disappointing. But the one thing you got to watch out here is making sure this is positioned side to side correctly, so these things snap in on each side. The longer bed, it makes it a little bit easier to get out of line, so you got to kind of make sure it's there. And I did have to tighten the brackets down right here that hold it to the bed rail. That very front one, I had to really tighten it down a lot because once you get 4 of these stacked up on top of each other, there's a lot of weight there, and it actually caved in on me the first time. And then but then I just really bared down on it, tightened them up good. Hasn't been a problem since. Again, this is the Ultra Flex by Undercover. Overall, I like it. There is a couple things like I mentioned, I wasn't expecting, but it hasn't turned out to be a big deal. So again, if you like this video, we're gonna do some more product reviews. Our channel really is geared towards soft plastics, fishing. We have A-game custom lures, but we are gonna do product reviews that's geared toward fishing, trucks, camping. You see the camper behind me. So we'll do some reviews of campgrounds, boat ramps, that sort of thing. So again, thanks for your time, and we'll be back with some more product reviews, fishing reviews, that sort of thing. Thanks.